Hello, you are here with Hester, and we're here to talk about movies and all sorts of fun stuff. Of course, I'm going to start off with all my Warner Brothers DC things, but I want to remind you can follow me at Instagram and Twitter at Hester Rules, all one word, or on Facebook at Hester.Brown.9. I tried to change it to Hester Rules, it won't let me. Technological difficulties, things I'll figure out later. Um, I love movies, all things movies. I'm broadening my horizons, so we're going to talk about HBO stuff and all the Warner Brothers, but then we're going to branch out into other stuff. But just a reminder, hashtag WB, call HB, got a manuscript. Gonna love it. Anyhow, let's talk about HBO Max. So they're going to do the Snyder Cut, which I talked about before. Very exciting. Um, what is going on with their names? There was HBO Go. I had HBO Now briefly because I wanted to watch the Westworld because I liked the movie from back in the day, and I watched like one season and it wasn't worth keeping the subscription. And now we've got HBO Max. It's like they keep forgetting their password. Make one. And then I have DC Universe right now. So I got an email saying, hey, you can get HBO Max for only $4.99 in addition to your current subscription. I'm like, fuck you guys. You took all my movies off of DC Universe, all my shows. You're just going to roll that shit over. I know you're going to. I don't know when. I'm sure as fuck not paying for both services because combine them. So something about this being a great opportunity with the, Snyder Cut's bullshit. Fans wore him down. Whatever. Iyer Cut. Next. Fix the Suicide Squad. Come on. You can do it. Actual Birds of Prey movie. That's me. I'm sorry, Margot. It was great, but it would have been much better character arc and development to see what happened with Black Canary and her backstory with her mom. More details and not just a narration about the male-dominated police force. And, fucking Renee Montoya. They did not do her justice. Show the lesbian relationship. Don't just allude to it. You guys are pussies. But good use of alcoholism. I don't know why I keep doing that. I can't hashtag every fucking thing I say. But they did good there. I like that. Obviously. So and then there's Huntress. I feel so bad. There was not enough there for me to even advise what I think would make a better character development for her. But it sucks because the actress did a really great job. And I really liked what I saw. It was just nothing doing. So yeah, can we separation of church and state? Get an actual Birds of Prey movie. Do a Harley Quinn thing if you want to do a Harley Quinn thing. I have personalized license plates that say Harley Quinn. I love her. Don't call it a Birds of Prey movie. It wasn't great. I mean, I loved it for what it was, but they could have done better. We'll say that. So, next, I'm going to talk about other movies. The first movie I watched for review was BlacKkKlansman. I had been wanting to see this for a while, and with the climate of everything, I've been looking at, lists of movies and books to educate myself. So this was at the top of my list. It was different than I expected, and it was good. I don't know why. I thought he was just working from a call center, and it was a joke that he, got the KKK to let him in. I didn't realize that it was from a police standpoint, so that was definitely more interesting and enjoyable. I like the relationship between him and Patrice. It was very black and white, though, cut and dry, where when she found out that he was a detective, that was it. Like, there was no, she said, you can't fix it from the inside. So it being that absolute was, interesting to see. But, at the end, there was nothing I wanted more than for, I think it was Connie, the wife of the one gentleman, to get blown up. Spoiler alert, I was disappointed. she did not get blown up. Oh, she rubbed me the wrong way. But the most moving part, though, was at the very end when they showed live footage of things that happened just a couple years ago. It's disturbing to see that that much hate still exists, and for reasons I can't even begin to understand. But I highly recommend this movie. It was very enjoyable. The acting was good. I don't think there was anyone that didn't do a great job in this movie. So, way to go, Spike Lee. Good work. Okay, so I started compiling a big list of movies that I want to either rewatch or I need to watch because I haven't. A lot of like Academy things, classic films, um, things that people might want to hear a review for even if they're not current. Please feel free to send me anything you want me to look at. So I watched a few movies. I watched Miller's Crossing because my dad made me. He bought me the movie many years ago, and he harasses me about it incessantly, so I had to do it. I watched Red Sparrow, V is for Vendetta, Black Klansman, and I also watched, what did I watch? Punch Drunk Love. So I'm going to start with Red Sparrow. It was like a high-class Russian Point of No Return. And if you haven't seen Point of No Return, I highly recommend it. It has Bridget Fonda. Lots of Nina Simone music. Highly recommend it. One of my favorites. But all I can think about when I see Jennifer Lawrence is Hunger Games. Like, it just kills me. Like, and I haven't even watched one whole Hunger Games movie, which maybe that should go on the list. But yeah. Oh, and unnecessary skin grafting. Ew. Like, it's kind of cool. It's worth watching, but yeah, gross. So Punch Drunk Love. I wanted to watch this Adam Sandler movie as one of his first more serious roles. But before I watch Uncut Gems, I wanted to go back and see Punch Drunk Love, and I like it a lot. I like there's a Popeye song, the He Needs Me, but it's all distorted. And I love the fact that a lot of the visuals and the music is very distorted throughout the film because it's showcasing whether some of these things are delusions, like, was that piano ever really there? And the healthy choice meal thing, it kind of shows a look into mental illness when someone sees the world through different eyes. And, he obviously has a lot of anger problems and anxiety and like 30 mean-ass sisters. Like, you would think, like, it would be, although, I mean, I'm not really nice to my brothers all the time, so I just sent them a picture of a firework that looks like a coming penis. So, Merca. I can't really make fun of other people's familial behaviors. But so, yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I highly recommend it. But it's one of those ones that, like, it takes a little bit of thought to get into and enjoy. V is for Vendetta. Not great. I had to go back and look at the Rotten Tomatoes. So I was like, God, I really remember people liking this movie, and I thought it was contrived. They jumped through a lot of hoops. I understand comic book logic. So, right. But it was just Stockholm Syndrome with Natalie Portman. I did not like her performance. I really like Natalie Portman in a lot of things. However, when she has super emotional scenes, there's something about her ugly cry that just turns me off. I'm like, ugh, my God, which is terrible. It's really wrong. I feel bad about it. I'm going to have like all sorts of guilt. I don't like it. Her performance, the super emotional ones. I liked her in The Other Woman. It fit, but sometimes I feel like she's going for as strong of an emotion as possible when she's upset, and she's not quite matching up what the emotion should look like. I don't know. The kissing the mask was weird. John Hurt was great. I love John Hurt. Weaving is V. If you have to wear a mask for almost all of your performance, you really have to make up for what people don't see in your face with your voice and your body actions. And with his voice, he overdid it. I couldn't take him seriously. Like, I wanted to, like, yeah, anarchy. And I was like, dude, what, what just happened? So I couldn't get into that. Um, but, I felt like there was a lot going on in the world right now, and it made sense to watch that movie right now. And the fight scenes, though, weren't great. There was like one throat cutting scene. I'm pretty sure they used the same, like, I just got an email. The same throat cutting, like, move in that big fight scene 3 times. Good explosions, though. Gotta give them that. Good explosions. So, Miller's Crossing is the last one I'm going to do, and that's for my dad. You can tell immediately it's going to be a visually stunning movie, and I like visually, stunning movies. Ethics. Tommy doesn't always seem to be helpful voice in Leo's ear, and you see why later. Um, but you can tell he's out for himself, and he's not really sure who he has to lie to and kiss up to be successful in that task. But it's just you. And when not Bernie, the other guy tells him to go whack Bernie. They go out to Miller's Crossing, that place in the woods. Oh, the name of the movie. You can tell when he gets out of the car that he's never shot anybody. I'm like, this is a movie about gangsters. There's the Italians and the Irish, and it's a gangster movie. It's very cliche. Like, just the phrases. That's you all over, Tommy. Like, I'm sorry, Dad. But how is this a gangster who's working for the most powerful guy, who has the cops running from him? This is his number 2, and he ain't never shot nobody. I don't believe that. So who did Bernie put out there? That's the question. You have to watch a movie to find out. But yeah, I don't love it as much as my dad did, but I can totally appreciate it. I totally enjoyed it. That's way more uses of the word totally than is really necessary. So next time I pop on, I'm going to be reviewing other movies. I sit at my table. So those might be movies that I have on my little list over here, or it might be movies recommended by you guys. I would love to see what you want me to watch. You can find me again at Instagram and Twitter, Hester Rules, all one word, or Facebook, Hester.Brown.9, because they won't let me change it. And send me your requests, and don't forget, WB, call HB. I'll be my last hashtag. Sorry.